Welcome to the Nerd House with your hosts JD51, Ash, and Jay Slick. On this episode, the Nerd House reviews Marvel's Ant-Man.
We've been going through the Marvel journey on our way to Infinity Wars with Jay Slick, Slim.
Slim.
And today we tackled Ant-Man.
What do you think about the movie?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
JD?
I enjoyed the film. There's something that doesn't resonate deeply with me, but I do enjoy the film.
It is enjoyable.
I was watching it and I was thinking, it's a very well put together film, but it doesn't grip me and pull me into it like a lot of other films. And I was thinking, it feels like a movie that you needed, but it's still a side character to the franchise. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, it introduces some tech, some people that you need before you get to Infinity Wars. And we actually kind of watched this a little out of sync.
Yeah.
Because we watched Civil War before we watched this, and this
Right.
comes right before Civil War. So we're a little out of sync, but it's a good movie. There's some funny parts. It's definitely on the lighthearted end of the Marvel scale. I wouldn't say it's quite Guardians goofy, but it definitely has some lighthearted moments.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's not quite Guardians level goofy, but it definitely has some funny moments. But there's also some serious moments too. So
Right.
overall, good movie.
Good movie. I enjoyed it. I will say the comedy, and I thought this began with Ragnarok, but in this film, you really get the sense that the comedy of Marvel begins to develop where you have serious moment and then something breaks the serious moment with some kind of stupid joke.
Mm-hmm.
It fits in this movie, right? Whereas it doesn't fit in other films. And unfortunately, this becomes the pattern it gets worse and worse as this franchise goes on.
And I think there are certain movies that's a good ploy and a good tactic. But like you said, it has become way overdone. I think people now try too hard in those moments.
Right.
So they become caricatures of what they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd is maybe the master of breaking the serious with...
Well, I wouldn't...
He's very good at it because
Yeah.
he doesn't come off as disingenuous.
Right.
It never lessens his character.
Right.
Where in a lot of these other movies, when you see this, you end up lessening the character.
Yeah, I feel like it fits well in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lighthearted movie. It's engaging. And the stakes are low, I feel like, in this film. You don't have some kind of evil entity trying to take over the world like you have with the Doctor Strange we watched recently, or kind of with Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
So the stakes are low. It's interesting. I'm not into the movie really until Wasp threatens Lang's daughter. Then it seems to be more interesting to me.
You mean Yellow Jacket?
Yellow Jacket, yes. Yellow Jacket. Because...
Okay, that's like the end.
I know, right?
Like you're not into the movie until the very end?
It's just like, has the movie really gotten going yet, you know?
I was in it all the way through.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's not that I didn't enjoy the journey. It's just that anything...
You're saying the most gripping part.
Yeah, the more
20
gripping
minutes.
part, yeah. Because let's face it, 2/3 of this movie is we have to go steal tech.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a heist movie. Like this isn't Mission Impossible. It feels like Mission Impossible, where you've got to go steal tech that could potentially cause some problems. And because you're just doing that, it doesn't feel important.
It almost breaks the genre.
Yeah.
Because all of the superhero movies leading up to Ant-Man are definitely
Something's threatening
save the world.
Yeah.
And in a way, yes, he is saving the world from the army of Yellow Jackets.
It's a distant
but it is
saving.
very much, like you said, it's a Mission Impossible heist.
Yeah.
Ocean's 11-ish
Yeah.
type
And I think-
mission. But I think it's kind of a good break.
I will agree. I do agree that it is. There's no sky portals. There's no giant creatures. There's no alien invasions. And so it is definitely a step out of that, which is like a refreshing thing. Mm-hmm. I just feel like I don't feel that the stakes still need to be high. and they're not really high until his daughter is threatened, which to me is a very fun part of the film. But also, it's weird. You have this weird balance of this is both fun and entertaining, but also threatening and dangerous. And they go back and forth in the last act of the movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Jay Slick, what do you think about characters? Do you have any favorite characters?
Jay Slick didn't like anybody,
I liked all the characters equally.
right?
They all had their moments.
I will say, when it comes to characters, I remember watching this movie the first time and thinking, it's an interesting dynamic, because usually in these films, when you have a step parent, they're the villain. And as the stepdad starts to look like a threat to Lang and the daughter, but he kind of becomes someone who sees Lang as really loving his daughter, and at the end of the movie, appreciating his love for her.
Yeah.
Which is refreshing. It's like, oh my goodness, yes, divorce is terrible, but here in this film, it works. And it's believable.
They don't sugarcoat
The pain.
they don't sugarcoat the fact that Lang did wrong.
Right.
You know, like she has that moment where she's not trying to keep him from the daughter. She just wants him to be worthy of being in her life, which is not unreasonable. As any parent, I think you want the people in your kids' lives to have an influence for good in their lives. And that's all she's wanting, you know, when she tells them, we can talk about this, but you've got to do A, B, C, D first. And I think, like you said, there's a tendency to either gloss over the wrongs that the one parent has done and, they're just misunderstood and the other parent is evil, or the step parent's the evil one. And so I'm glad that this dynamic is not that way. And you see in future movies where it's not, that they end up making a good co-parenting team,
I don't remember what comes next, honestly.
And so I like that you can see a good co-parenting team.
Yeah.
I think Paul Rudd is perfect for Ant-Man.
Right.
He is really good at that subtle comedic timing, but yet also can have those very serious moments. So I think it's a great choice for Ant-Man.
Yeah, casting-wise.
I like this is great casting-wise.
What did you think about Hope?
I mean, she was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, she does a great job. Nothing against the actress or anything like that. She
Lilly.
does, Evangeline Lilly, I
Yes.
think. She does a fine
Beautiful.
job. The haircut's a little sharp.
The haircut is distracting, but it's
But
okay. She's all business, and I think that's what the point is. I do like, because she wants to be the one in the suit. Dad won't let her be in the suit, and you find out later why. So when she's training Lang to fight, she's like beating the snot out of him, and it's believable, and you kind of like it, because she's kind of taking out her aggressions on someone who is untrained and trying to show that he can't do this. And then he eventually has to show that, yes, he can. So I really enjoyed that part of the film. I like that she becomes more important in the sequel to his development and the world that they're in.
Yeah. And I like how she is the one who is able to tell him how to break through. Like, you got to clear your mind, you got to think about your daughter, you got to, So she does, I think you're right, she does come around to help him, and it's not just that.
Yeah.
Jay Slick, you got any thoughts on Hope?
What did you think of the villain?
Okay, you have to talk. That's the point of the podcast.
Good villain, bad villain.
I mean,
Meh.
it was a pretty believable villain.
Right.
I like the design of the armor.
The Yellow Jacket design was awesome. It reminded me of Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
And they came out.
It came out
This is
l-
2015.
Yeah,
now.
so this is later,
no,
but it feels
I
like
thought
it.
Pacific Rim was around 2016-ish.
No, it came out before Godzilla did.
Oh, so it's before.
Yeah, so it's been
2014.
yeah. So anyway, but it looks like that style, and I don't mind the Ant-Man suit. It's fine, and it works. But the Wasp, I keep calling it the Wasp. The Yellow Jacket suit is just very threatening and cool, it commands
like
a
a weapon.
presence. Yeah, it looks like a weapon. Perfect. And it's so threatening when he's standing in the little girl's room, and he just looks like some kind of nightmarish
To
creature.
her, that's what it is. Something that just appeared
Right.
and is just barely talking, but slowly moving around and
Right.
staring her in the
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah. Staring her in the soul. Yeah.
But she loves the ugly bunny.
Yeah. Which is cute.
It's her dad's ugly bunny.
Oh no.
Any other thoughts on character, story?
I think again, the bad guy. I do think you see this interesting dynamic of a bad guy where he starts off not so bad. He just wants to further this tech.
Right.
He wants to prove to his mentor that he was worthy of being mentored. But he becomes obsessed by this technology and being greater and greater and then making money. So it,
To me-
good things can corrupt into
Mm-hmm.
evil things.
To me, he kind of looked like Lex Luthor.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't care about him is instantly he's the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
There's no disguising it. It's just kind of like, okay, this is the bad guy, and he's going to be the one they have to deal with.
Yeah.
In Wonder Woman, there is an unexpected bad guy
Yeah, right.
that I was not expecting at all.
Right.
And I
In
agree
this,
with you.
yeah.
You could tell who the bad guy
Very
was.
clear.
Yeah.
And I wonder too if Ant-Man is supposed to be more of a simple storytelling.
Well, I don't know that they're hiding the bad guy. I
Right.
think the story is the heist,
Yeah.
not who did it. It's how do we do it.
Yeah.
And so I think it's purposeful that he's not super hidden.
Right.
So, all right. What about favorite moments? Did you have any favorite moments? Not even Thomas the Train Engine coming through the roof onto the
That was
police car?
hilarious.
Come on.
I
That
like
was fun.
all those scenes where Ant-Man's with the ants. I think that's
Yeah, that is
cool.
fun. And something I was thinking about as I was watching this film. You know that it's fake, but the CGI is good enough to not draw you out of it and say this isn't real. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It feels believable
That
when
he's
you're
running around
watching
with
it.
ants.
Yeah, and it's not that way in newer movies. Everything feels like this is plausible. I love how when he's flying around on Antony, inside the computer systems, it feels like you're flying around buildings, right? And I enjoyed that. I wish Antony had a moment where you found out he was okay. That would just be fun.
I don't think Antony was okay.
I don't think Antony was okay either, but it would have been cool if they found him and they nursed him back to health.
Or had a tiny ant funeral.
No.
I'm sorry, but Antony's gone. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Antony was the real hero.
right?
Antony was the real hero. Nice, Jay Slick.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love that moment though, because you see, where he's like, "You're gonna regret this."
Yeah.
Because he is bonding with them,
Yeah.
and in a weird way, that's his fellow soldier, and you just took down a brother in arms, and he's like, "You're gonna regret this."
Yeah.
And so I do like that moment. It's it's cheesy because it's an ant, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it is supposed to be one of those moments where you're like, this is a moment where he's like, no, I'm in this. I'm fully in this. And so Antony's gone. I'm sorry to break your bubble.
Breaks my heart.
Now he will have to find a
New friend.
Antonio or something like that for the next movie. I don't remember what his name is in the next
Heck, if I
movie.
know, I don't
if he
remember.
names them.
I hate to tell you this, but the sequel is one of the most forgettable films ever. I don't remember anything.
Maybe
I don't remember a whole lot about it
Maybe he takes the big ant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Back.
Well,
Well,
okay. Favorite moments.
Did you have a favorite
JD?
moment?
I like the interactions with him and his daughter.
Yeah.
I think especially as a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
And especially, with everything that's been going on in our lives, with me losing my dad recently, those moments hit harder. They hit closer to home.
Right.
My dad was my hero. And getting to see those moments play out on film in a good way. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm getting emotional. I'm getting emotional about Ant-Man.
It's not Ant-Man.
Sorry. But I love seeing the interactions between him and his daughter. I love that his daughter is his motivation.
Right.
It's even the motivation of Hank Pym.
Their
And
stories are very similar.
It is, and that they're supposed to parallel each other, but it's those beautiful moments of a father risking all to
Yeah.
protect his daughter,
And be with her.
and that is the driving force of his life.
Right.
It's just, I don't know, right now in my moment of life, it speaks to me greatly.
So I just have a question.
Go for it.
What did the Yellow Jacket want with Ant-Man's daughter?
He just wanted to threaten her. And
Yeah, to draw
bring-
Ant-Man out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my favorite moment is at the beginning of the film. It's kind of established that Ant-Man, what's his name?
Scott Lang.
Scott wants to be seen as a hero in his daughter's eyes, and so he wants to reform his life. And there's that moment when he saves his daughter, and he saves her, and I think it's a gospel moment, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But he saves her, and she sees him behind the lamp, and he gives her he kind of, and you get to see the silhouette, and he kind of does the hand thing to the head,
almost like a
salute,
salute.
and then flies off, and you get to see they cut to her face, and it's this magical look, and it's almost like she got to see her dad as the hero, and that's a precious moment in the film, and I think that's probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good moment.
Good moment. Do you have a gospel moment, or do you want me to go?
You can go
jump?
first. I need a moment.
Okay. So gospel moment. I think the gospel moment is where Scott's daughter's being threatened by Yellow Jacket. He's about to take her out, and he realizes the only thing he can do is to do the thing that will probably cost him his life, which is
Go subatomic.
go subatomic. And so which is what happened to Pym's wife and Hope's mom. And so he takes the risk, and he does it and saves his daughter, goes into the quantum realm, and gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And then uses one of the grow big devices. Don't know.
He hears his daughter's voice, and it causes him to kind of snap out of
Right.
it.
Let's
So
go.
he can take the device.
Perfect.
Yes.
So he's kind of losing consciousness, but he hears his daughter's voice, and he uses the blue frisbee and the belt to grow larger, and he pulls him back out. So the gospel moment is, I will give everything to save that which I see as valuable. And that is, in the Ant-Man, the daughter. And our value, part of our value comes from the love of Christ dying for us and entering into the realm of the dead, hell, by experiencing the wrath of God and saving us, right? And rising from the dead, which is kind of just a quick little moment that you get.
Yeah.
And this movie is by no means a theologically or even emotionally deep film, but you do get that taste.
Yeah, I think it's a clearer Christ moment than we've had in a few of the last couple movies that we've watched.
Right.
And you're right. You know that is the bonus of salvation is that you become a child of God. You become adopted into the family and heir. And so I think seeing the family restored, even though it's a
Broken family.
broken family,
it's
even
getting
though
healed.
you don't see mom and dad get remarried. There's still stepdad here, but you see this moment at the end where they're all united at the supper table and they're all a family together, and even that in itself is a foretaste of the marriage supper of the Lamb,
Yeah.
when all brokenness is gone and everything. And so I do think that you're right. There are some gospel moments in this. The story of redemption is throughout the whole movie. That's one of the main cores is, can someone be redeemed for the bad things that they do? And yes, you can do that in a physical way by making amends and apologizing and changing your life in that way, but on a spiritual level, that does come through belief in Christ who paid that price for you. So I think this is definitely has multiple
Right.
gospel moments
Right.
in it.
And it also, and it's interesting that it echoes the sacrifice of Pym's wife, right? That she sacrificed herself, I guess, to save America from the nuclear bomb, and ultimately the only way to save the world is through sacrifice.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a common theme through, I think, the best of these movies. And some do it better than others, and some are more lighthearted than others. But I'm thankful for those moments because they at least give you something to chew on and think about and can help you have a transformed heart to a certain extent, you know, and realize if I want to make a difference, I have to sacrifice. You know, I think our rating is going to be tough on this one because we gave Doctor Strange 3 kittens. But I feel like this is better than Doctor Strange, but it's not a 4-kitten movie.
Wait, we don't have kittens here in the Nerd
We
House
can't
because
cut
that's
kittens
just
in
cruel.
half.
Listen, it's
So-
3 kittens and a mentally unstable kitten.
So
Jay.
we don't split kittens here in the Nerd House.
Okay.
Now we do personal ratings that we
Yeah.
keep up with in a book, and those we do quarter scale.
Yeah,
so you know, while a movie may technically be 3.5 stars, it's a 3 kitten. You have to make that decision: are you going 3 kitten or 4 kitten? So just to kind of give you our kitten scale.
Read it.
5 Kittens is a near perfect movie. I mean, we're talking awesomeness. 4 Kittens, great but not perfect. 3 mid kittens. 3 kittens is middle of the range.
I love a mid kitten.
Decent movie, somewhat rewatchability. 2 Kittens is a meh.
Meh.
You might rewatch this one on a Sunday afternoon when
Yeah.
there's absolutely nothing else in the world to do and you just need to turn off your brain. And then 1 Kitten is you're never watching this again.
Probably
Yeah.
never
A
going to
litter
watch it
box.
again.
And yeah, we have yet to have a litter box. I think we were close, but we are yet to have a litter box,
Yeah.
and that is a DNF. Don't finish.
Which one was the little?
Ash almost didn't finish Superman. She was ready to cut out.
Oh
Yeah,
halfway through the
Superman
movie-
2025 was
Yeah,
a little rough for me.
Halfway through the movie, she just walked out, and like a few minutes later, she like walked in, but she was moving at the speed of like
She wasn't urgently
half a
getting
snail.
back.
And
So-
I missed nothing.
Yeah.
You did.
So,
So, but anyway,
Okay.
5 Kittens.
yeah. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and start, but I'll have asterisk here.
Oh,
I'm going
we
to
have
say it's a
Astro Kittens.
3-kitten movie, as it thunders. I'm going to say
Pun
this
not
is
intended.
this is a 3-kitten movie, and the reason for that is because even though it may be it's better than Thor Ragnarok, and it may be a better film than Doctor Strange. I probably would still watch Doctor Strange more often than this film. Because I think there might be more substance to some of the things in Doctor Strange, even though we both had our issues with it. So I'm going to say 3 because it can't go to a 4-kitten.
No, it's not a 4
It's
Kittens.
definitely not a 2-kitten. So I'm going to say it's a great middle of the road film.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great middle of the road film. I think it was needed in the timeline of Marvel where it falls. It was definitely needed because you'd had some heavy stuff and some heavier stuff coming. So this
Right.
is that little breath of air before you dive back under.
Right.
So great middle of the road movie. I think it's 3 adorably fluffy
They're
kittens.
cute. Yeah, they're cute.
They are little fuzzy purr boxes that you want to cuddle with. Jay Slick,
It's a 3.
you gonna have 3 kittens?
There are 3 very good black kittens with little white mittens, and one of them has a white pattern in the shape of a bow tie.
Nice.
All right.
So real quick before we wrap this up, what did you? I will say, and I didn't think about this. One of my favorite moments is the battle between Ant-Man and
Falcon.
Falcon. There you go. That's just fun,
It is fun.
and I think that it was kind of like, don't forget this guy's going to be part of the Avengers, right? And it was a fun introduction to that world, and so that was really fun.
And I like when he goes, do not let Cap know about this.
Right. Yeah. So next up is Ant-Man and Wasp, the sequel,
Yeah.
and then we do the first Spider-Man, and then we're going to jump right into Infinity War. And then there's one or two that I'm just not going to watch again.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Nerd House. Please like and subscribe